to a nourishing midweek lunch hour conversation with Spokane's newsmakers, thought leaders, and popular entertainers. Spokane Talks Live is brought to you by our friends at Homes for You and Breakthrough Incorporated. Welcome to Spokane Talks Live.
Alrighty, welcome to Spokane Talks Live on this Wednesday. Yes, it's the middle of the week. We're almost there. We have a lot of things going on at the Spokane Talks studio, and a lot of them are here today. Leslie Lowe from KHQ. Many of you might recognize her or have seen her on TV. She's in the studio, and she'll be talking with me about her new business venture, and we'll talk about that in a bit. And also, Tyler Russel from the Better Business Bureau is here to talk about all of the updates and things going on at the Better Business Bureau. And then we'll end the program with a really special interview at the set of Z Nation with our executive producers, Kent Adams and Ryan McNeice. So we'll have all of that and more when we come back. But first, we're going to take a look at our weather. So let's go over to the weather wall and take a look at where things are sitting for the rest of our work week. Fairly warm in Spokane today, 84 degrees. We're sitting very nicely. It's a beautiful day downtown, and we're going to see a lot more of that. But we do have to get through tomorrow. As you can see, tomorrow is the first day of summer, but it doesn't really look like the first day of summer. We're going to see showers, a couple afternoon and thunderstorms throughout the day, as well as winds gusting up to about 30 miles an hour. So we're going to keep an eye out for that. Make sure you're getting the jacket tomorrow for that rain, but it will be fairly warm. As you can see, that daytime high checking in at 77 degrees, so not too bad on that end. But as we head on into the rest of the work week and on into the weekend, things are shaping up nicely with those temperatures sitting in the upper 70s and lower 80s and sunshine throughout. Perfect for Ironman on Sunday. We'll be right back after the break.
For the Inland Northwest's most comprehensive sports report, think outside the porch with Spokesman.com. For just 99 cents for the first month, you'll enjoy unlimited digital access to the news and sports news that affect you most. From EWU to WSU, from Northwest Preps all the way to the Seahawks, we're the local authority that makes sports in the Inland Northwest different than the rest, better than the rest. On your phone, on your desktop, and on your tablet. Subscribe to the digital experience with Spokesman.com.
See you tomorrow night, and thanks again for taking care of the painting.
I got this.
Bye.
Weekends are made for painting. Let the experts at Rada Paint take care of you.
Hi. This looks amazing.
Rada Paint, over 80 years of quality, tradition, and trust. Find it in every can.
Welcome to Tom Sawyer Country Coffee.
Tom Sawyer Country Coffee only roasts the finest organic coffee for our signature blends. Enjoy a cup at our coffee shop and local businesses and organizations across the region.
I'm Tom Sawyer, and we choose the Pacific Northwest.
Last year alone, Avista customers saved over 53 million kilowatt hours of energy. Enough to power more than 4,000 homes for an entire year. Way to save, everyone. Way to save. Find your way to save at avistautilities.com.
What? You haven't been to the library lately? Stop in today and see that the library is more than books. Spokane County Library District facilities feature on-site technology, including Wi-Fi, computers, and printers, as well as free use of meeting rooms. The Library District offers events and programs for all ages, from story times to career development and employer classes to Social Security workshops. Our staff is well trained and happy to help. Find out more about your library at scld.org.
All right, welcome back to Spokane Talks Live, and you might know her or recognize her face. You see her on TV probably every morning. KHQ's Leslie Lowe, and I've gotten to know you very well over the past couple years, but really more so in the past couple weeks, which has been fun.
Yeah, it has
since
been
I've been
fun.
working with you in the morning.
So I have to just tell the story really quickly. Collin came in a few years ago to meet me and to kind of hang out and see the studio, and we knew then that he was like a TV prodigy. And now you're back in. You graduated from high school.
Right.
Our little boy's
So
all
exciting.
grown up, and now you're doing an internship with us, which is really cool.
It's
so
a lot
that's
of
been fun.
It has.
Yeah.
It has been really fun. Learning a lot.
I'm proud of you. I can't wait to see where you're going next.
Thank
Yeah.
So we have something a little different to talk about besides news even today. So I would like you to give the lowdown, not on the weather, but on your new little business venture. So what is that?
Well, I just needed one more thing to do.
Right. I know.
So,
don't we all?
Actually, I got into going to Pure Barre, which is a workout studio, about 5 years ago, and I loved it. It's such a great workout. And so it's kind of a little bit of an addiction. So I was going like even twice a day. And even when our daughter was sick, it was sort of my place to go that I could get away from everything. It was sort of that place where I felt comfortable and protected. I got a good workout and had great friends and such a great community. So about a month ago when it came up for sale, and I knew that the owner is amazing, but she married a guy in Seattle, so that's kind of hard to do.
Right.
We decided we would jump in and kind of take a chance on it, and so far it's just all worked out.
It's almost like it was meant to be.
I feel like
it just
it
fell
was
in
meant
your
to be.
lap, and you're like, this is it.
Yes,
it's exciting.
It's kind of like a perfect addition to what I already do. I love people. I love to help people. And so I'll be teaching classes. And my husband and I now own Pure Barre Spokane. And we have a grand reopening tomorrow.
And, I think many people might think, okay, this is right downtown. And it's not.
No.
Right? It's in the valley.
It is in the valley. I do. Here's the thing that's the best about it. So many things are the best. I could go on and on. But it is located just off the freeway. So Evergreen exit, if you're headed to the Valley Mall, if you've ever been to Hobby Lobby, then you know.
Right next door.
It's right next door. And free parking.
Yep.
Which is fantastic. We're remodeling it right now. So we're doing kind of a little facelift on it. My poor husband was up until... He stayed up all night, so 5:15 yesterday morning painting.
And she's been putting in a lot of hours painting too.
One or two.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like our baby, so we're super excited about it. A lot of people don't understand what bar classes are.
Right.
It's like, okay, what is that? Can I do that? But it's a great workout with great music. It's a group kind of class, but you never look around or compare yourself to anybody. It's kind of like your own little workout. It's led by a teacher, and it really focuses on those core muscle groups, small muscles. And I like that because I just got to a point where I didn't want to beat up my body anymore.
Right.
I've done it all.
So what do you think the biggest difference is between your typical workout facility, that you might go to a local gym, and Pure Barre?
So much more personal. So when you go into the studio, it really is kind of a community. There's more women than men, but men do come in, especially if they're trying to recover from an injury, because it's a great workout for that, and a lot of physical therapists actually recommend it. But I think it's just that you have a real focused workout that's different every single day. And I like that. And you see the changes, you feel the changes. And it's funny because even after 5 years, I can walk out of a class and go, that really kicked my rear. Yeah.
And it's funny that you mentioned it's collaborative.
Yes.
You're in a group setting, because at most gyms, it's kind of you're going and you have to be your own motivation. And on a lot of days, that's hard. So I feel like it's almost nicer to have the motivation of others, and they might be counting on you to be there, and you want to, there's other people there to support you, and I think that means a lot more. So I know for me that would be extra motivation to go to the gym.
It's true. And you make these friends, and all of a sudden you have these accountability texts going back and forth. Are you going to be there?
Right.
I'll go if you go, and then all of a sudden you feel like you should go, and then you're there. And it's 50 minutes. That's it, 45 to 50 minutes. You hit every single body part, and you have these defined muscles. I mean, I have done everything from running to weightlifting, you name it. I was a personal trainer for a while.
Wow.
And so I've done all the different things, but I've never seen such results like that.
So When can people take these classes? Are they mostly in the evenings? Are there some in the mornings? Or is it all throughout the day? How does that work?
Yeah, we have a variety of classes that are available. We have a block in the mornings at 5:30 and a 6:30 for the people who need to go work out before they go to work. I mean, that's
almost like the news group.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And then there's kind of a chunk in the middle, and we're adding classes now too, which is really exciting. So we have a noon class, but we're in the works of adding like an 11 o'clock a.m. class, and we'll call it Pure Bar Light. So it'll be for people who need a little lighter workout. We have a group that's over 60 that, you know, kind of tailor to that, or Weight Watchers, and they get a great workout in, and it kind of eases them into the program.
But
so
it's
I
more
love
focused.
that. It's more focused, yeah. And then we have the evening classes, so 4:30, 5:30, 6:30, so people can come after work too.
So it's really convenient for your whatever your schedule is.
Yeah, we try to do that.
And I think, you know, too often we think, oh, I don't have time to work out.
Yeah.
But,
no
you know,
excuses.
if there's that much flexibility and, you know, it's offered at so many times during the day, we really have no excuse.
Yeah.
So where should we go if we want to sign up for a class, or is there a website we need to go to, or a phone number?
Yes, so it's Pure Bar Spokane, and I'll get all of that to you.
Okay.
I'm like, where's my phone?
We need a notebook.
It's horrible when you need technology
Right.
to be able to remember something, but it's Pure Bar Spokane. And you can go right there. You can sign up for classes there. You can come in and see us. Like I said, it's right next to Hobby Lobby. You can't miss us.
No.
And we have a grand reopening
tomorrow.
Starting tomorrow. So
that's exciting.
We have Lululemon coming in. They're going to partner with us.
Ooh.
Yeah, so who doesn't love Lululemon? So we'll be doing that and some great classes.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So people can even just walk on in tomorrow and see what it's about.
Come on in. We'll be there all day. Classes start back up again tomorrow morning.
Awesome.
But the main focus for the grand opening tomorrow is 5 to 7. We have a corporate group that we're going to, welcome in at noon on Friday. So if you're part of a, corporation, you want to come in and see what our corporate rates look like, join us at noon. It'll be a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
And then Saturday, we have free classes from 7:30 to about 12:30.
So really just to see what it's about.
No excuses. Come see us.
Right. Come try it. Pure Bar Spokane.
Yes.
Awesome. Thank you, Leslie.
Yeah, thanks, Collin.
Love having you on, as always. And we get to see each other every morning, so that's always fun.
You're kind of stuck with me now.
I know. All right, we'll be right back on Spokane Talks Live after the break.
See you tomorrow night, and thanks again for taking care of the painting.
I got this.
Bye.
Weekends are made for painting. Let the experts at Rada Paint take care of you.
Hi. This looks amazing.
Rada Paint, over 80 years of quality, tradition, and trust. Find it in every can.
To find the right home for you, you'll work with your realtor to compare the properties you're interested in, analyze the market, and figure out a reasonable offer price. And now, here you are, ready to make an offer. Yay, you! Here's how it works. First, you'll complete an offer sheet which your realtor will then present to the owner. Sometimes, a nice note to the owner can help your offer stand out. Butter them up. Tell them how much you love their garden, that it reminds you of gardening with your grandmother as a child. Do not mention you're gonna bulldoze it and put in a pool. The owner may accept the offer, reject it, or counter. It's important to be in close contact with your realtor during the negotiation process so any changes can be reviewed. Your realtor is like your consigliere, and that makes you the Don. Once your offer is finally accepted, there are usually some contingencies that must be met in order to keep the contract alive. Inspections are totally common in real estate transactions. They include termite checks, surveys to determine boundaries, appraisals to determine value for lenders, title reviews, and structural inspections. This stuff is mind-numbingly fascinating. But you know what's even more fascinating? Actually getting your new house.
To help you be safe, Washington state law requires you to call 811 2 full business days before you plan, for example, to dig, drill, plow, pull from, or pound anything into the ground. Be prepared to provide the operator with the correct address, cross street, and a description of your work. You must mark the dig area with white paint. The operator will inform you of the utilities notified of your impending excavation. Wait for all their marks. Be safe and dig with care.
All right, welcome back to Spokane Talks Live. I'm here with a gentleman from the Better Business Bureau, Tyler Russel. How are you, Tyler?
I'm doing great this afternoon. How are you doing today?
I'm a little tired, I'm gonna be honest. So I'm drinking a lot of coffee, but doing well. So you have a lot to talk about today, actually. The Better Business Bureau, they're up to a lot of things right now, a lot of events coming up, and I'll have you talk about that in a minute. But first, for some people at home who might not know what the Better Business Bureau is, could you kind of break that down for us?
Better Business Bureau's mission is to be a leader in advancing marketplace trust where buyers and sellers can trust each other.
Right.
That's what we want to be able to create. We have a lot of different resources. We do have, of course, our website, bbb.org. You can see business profiles, accredited businesses and non-accredited businesses that are out there. You can submit complaints, reviews. You can also see our scam tracker that's on there as well. It actually encompasses all of North America. Better Business Bureau is in Canada, it's in the United States, it's in Mexico. You can see information from a wide variety of different nations, states, our area. It is absolutely fascinating. As well, we also have our app. We now have an app that's downloadable on the iTunes Store. It's also available on the Google Play Store. You can go down there, you can get that. If you're in an area and you want to be able to search a business, it's absolutely great. You can go and find out more about them, find out about their information, their hours of operation. Our app has really kind of propelled us into the 21st century and allowed people to be able to be more informed, more educated, and find out about, businesses in their area.
I think, the Better Business Bureau is so important because consumers, they really want to know that they're not being scammed, they're not being ripped off. Businesses aren't necessarily out to get them. I mean, some are, and don't get me wrong, but I think that's really the goal of the Better Business Bureau is to provide that clarity.
We do want to be able to provide information, and one of our hallmarks that we talk about is research. We want to make sure that people are doing their research. Every time that I speak to anybody, I'm just like, "Are you doing your research? Are you looking into it?" It's like, "Well, I was going to eventually get to it, but that's almost now that I work for Better Business Bureau, it's the first thing that I go and do, and I check everything, and anywhere that I go, I'm checking that first and foremost before I do anything else."
Right, which is very important, so you know what you're getting into. So what is going on at the Better Business Bureau? Is there anything, any upcoming events or things that we should know about?
We are so excited to be part of so many great local events right here in Spokane area. Hoop Fest is coming up.
It is next week.
We're so excited to be involved in that. That's going to be awesome. We didn't put a team in because I'm terrible at basketball. I'll be the first person to admit that.
Yeah, well, no, I think I've admitted that.
Do you have a team or no?
No, definitely don't have a team. I'll be covering Hoop Fest, but I will definitely not be on the court. That would be a real sight for sore eyes. So
I can't do basketball. I did when I was younger, but now I have no vertical whatsoever.
Nope,
and
me either.
It's really embarrassing to see people do that. And I can't shoot the basketball. I can't do anything basketball related. We do of course we do give presentations to a wide variety of groups throughout the entire year. And if anybody does want us to be able to come into their business, they know an organization that wants to be able to have that, reach out, contact us. All of our information is on our bbb.org website. We talk about scams, we talk about identity fraud, we talk about even students, because you just graduated from high school, didn't you? We have information on that. One of the biggest groups that is affected for scams right now, a lot of people don't know this, is between the ages of 18 and 24.
That doesn't surprise me, considering how many. I feel like I'm almost targeted by how many credit card offers I get in the mail at my age, and all sorts of little letters from businesses and companies like that. Because I feel like they almost think we're easy targets because we're young and we're starting to explore those things, and we might go get a credit card. And they want to be the first,
person to
get
you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They want to be the first one to get us, so they can hang on to us. So it doesn't surprise me, and we're young, so we tend to be a little more gullible. We're not as informed.
We would like you to be
sometimes.
more informed.
Yes.
We can't say
Which
that
is-
enough, and
right.
you know we keep reiterating that fact more and more and more and more. And please go to you know whatever's out there for resources, and all of the resources are listed on our website.
Okay.
Even outside of Better Business Bureau, we want to make sure that people know everything.
So if I have a business, how can I become an accredited business?
You, of course, do have to meet the standards
Okay.
For Better Business Bureau. You can find them all on our website. I'm not going to list
Right.
them all
No,
right
no,
now, but
no.
you can definitely find them
Okay.
all. I mean, if you are, you know, you want to be able to embrace marketplace trust, if you're responding to your reviews and your complaints,
Right.
you're in good standing and you have no actions against you from government entities, you're honest and very genuine with your advertising. That's also a part of Better Business Bureau.
Right.
We want to make sure you're not promising things that you're not going to be able to deliver on.
Right.
So honesty in advertising is one of our cornerstones and one of the things that we like to be able to make sure people
Do you
are
know
doing.
how many businesses are within the Better Business Bureau in the Northwest,
In
roughly?
the Northwest, I know there's about 400,000 across the country. So within the Northwest, I don't have those numbers, but yeah, within the country, we actually have about 400,000 businesses. So
that's very impressive.
we give us a call if anybody's considering it. Give us a call and we can definitely talk about that.
So you mentioned that there is an important deadline in August.
There
so what is
an
that
important-
for?
The nominations are now open for our 2018 Torch Awards. That, of course, is for the Business of the Year and also for Charity of the Year.
So big awards.
Big awards, huge awards. Of course, we want to nominate somebody for the Better Business Bureau Northwest Pacific Business of the Year, Charity of the Year. Of course, it honors companies and charities who demonstrate a high level of integrity and ensure that the organization's practices meet the highest standards of ethics. Very,
Right.
very important.
Right.
If people do want to be able to be a part of that, the eligibility to be able to be a business nominated for Business of the Year, and we do have the Northwest Pacific is Hawaii, Alaska, Washington, Oregon. We're also in Idaho and Eastern Wyoming. That is Better Business Bureau, Northwest and Pacific. That's
So
who
I'm
we
sure
are.
you like going to Hawaii.
I wish. No, I don't get to.
They
go
don't
there.
send you there. Darn it.
We have such an amazing team there.
That's great.
In all of our regions, they're so great. We'd like to get there more, but we'll see what happens in 2019 and 2020. But if you're a business that you have been in business for at least 6 months, you don't have any government actions against you, you can be nominated. Also, you have a B rating and hold a satisfactory record with Better Business Bureau. Also, the applying entity must be physically located in our area.
Okay.
That's very, very important, and must not have received a Better Business Bureau award for the Torch Awards.
So I can't get it in
In the
2016, 17, and 18. then.
No, definitely not. But you know what? If somebody has won the award
Right.
and they know somebody that deserves that award for sure, definitely get out there and nominate them as well.
That's great. And, you know, it really is a prestigious
It is.
award. That's a great honor to receive Better Business Bureau Business of the Year. And I know it's really important to a lot of businesses in our area, and they really strive for that, and really just to provide clarity to their consumers and make people more informed. And you guys are doing that. So thank you for joining me.
I know there's a lot of stuff to get
There
to.
is a lot of
Yeah.
stuff. But that'll do it, I think, for now.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining me. And we will be right back after the break with a really neat interview on the set of Z Nation TV series, which calls Spokane, Washington home. We'll be right back with that after the break. Hi, everyone. I'm weather forecaster and assignment anchor at Spokane Talks Online, Collin Pittman, and I am honored to be the host of the new program, Spokane's Youth Spotlight, brought to you by Spokane Talks Online and the Spokesman Review, where we are interviewing and getting to know outstanding youth in our community each month. If you'd like to nominate someone in our community that you think should be recognized, that is doing something great here in the region or has an amazing story, visit SpokaneTalksOnline.com or Spokesman.com and look under Youth Spotlight to nominate. And be sure to tune in each month as we find the best in the Inland Northwest.
Hi, I'm Larry Myers, owner of River Ridge Hardware. Welcome to our garden center here on the corner of Garland and Driscoll. We have fresh plants that come in weekly from all of our local growers. we can make your garden look like our garden. Here at River Ridge, we've been here 30 years. We're your full-service neighborhood hardware store. This is our sprinkler aisle, where my knowledgeable staff will help you put together your sprinkler system so it will make your yard lush green for the spring and summer. This is River Ridge Hardware's rental center, where we provide a multitude of equipment for rent for the do-it-yourselfer. Next time you're working on your home or yard this spring and summer, stop by, say hi, and we'll help you get the project done.
See you tomorrow night, and thanks again for taking care of the painting.
I got this.
Bye.
Weekends are made for painting. Let the experts at Rada Paint take care of you.
Hi. This looks amazing.
Rada Paint, over 80 years of quality, tradition, and trust. Find it in every can.
Welcome to Spokane Talks. I'm Ryan McNeice.
This is Dan Merchant.
Writer, director, and producer, Z Nation.
All around good guy with Z Nation. This is the 5th year, isn't it?
This is. We
now,
are into it.
What year is it for you, though?
Oh, yeah. No,
all
I'm
5 years?
Day one of the writer's room through the last day of post of season 5. So
okay.
I'll be here for the duration.
Now, something tells me there were some jokes in the writer's room. Some funny things that went on that you haven't told anyone else. What is that?
Oh, listen, I'll tell you a couple of things. We're now in the #MeToo era, so those things will not be repeated. And I will point out, these jokes that cannot be repeated came from the women. So this is a very complicated time for us.
Isn't that usually the case, though?
Well, that's the writer's room. It's no holds barred. There was literally a WGA Writers Guild gave a little seminar and some guidelines on what's appropriate and what's not.
And then you kicked them out and went on.
Well, exactly. No, they talked about that and they said, except for in the writer's room, it's not harassment because it's creative, it's brainstorming.
Oh, yeah, right.
And it's true. It's crazy.
Dan, how did this has turned into a cult classic with Z Nation. How did Spokane become the forefront for this show?
Well, it really started, the creative intent of the show originally is it's a road show. The season starts, the first episode starts with trying to get the lead character Murphy, the only human being to survive a zombie bite. Something's in his blood. We've got to get it across America to the CDC in California. So we needed a location where we could see the heartland. We could see something that looked like the Appalachians, some of the rolling hills around here.
Right, some real diversity.
We needed all these different looks, and you go from the Palouse to Sprague to to north of Davenport or something, just kind of all around the greater Spokane area. There are so many looks. And then the other kind of things that were maybe not so fortunate for Spokane, but were great for us, were what the city's burned like 62 times or something. So you get all these different architectural looks where the city's been rebuilt many times. And then also for us, the Kaiser Mead plant shut down, 20 years ago, but it's the perfect apocalyptic backlot.
I've
either
said that or a Bruce Springsteen video.
It's perfect. My city in ruins, my hometown.
It looks like
hear
either. But as anybody that's seen the show, it has worked out perfectly with the geography and the diversity of the scenes to really accommodate that. Big city or in the Palouse.
Well, 5 years says it all, because not many series last 5 years.
That's true. And I'll say that's what brought us to Spokane. What kept us in Spokane is the enthusiasm of the community. There's so many people. There's so many talented people. A lot of artists that have worked on the show. Who this was a great way for us to come in and provide jobs for For example, the guy who sculpted the Gonzaga Bulldog that sits out in front of McCarthy Court, he's the production designer of Z Nation. So when he's not sculpting, he's making TV, and that buys him time to pursue his other creative arts. And so we've got people from the costumes and makeup and all through the line that are really talented Spokane people that we were able to provide an opportunity for them to show their many gifts in the service of our crazy TV show.
And I think it's there are so many hidden talents here in Spokane that now get to shine.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and that's really part of it. And a good part of it, in talking with Rich Cowan and the others at North by Northwest, is the number of jobs, well-paying, good-paying jobs with benefits and everything else. That only helps our economy here.
Absolutely,
you know?
Absolutely. Well, exactly. I mean, the jobs are union jobs,
yes,
by and large, which is it's a really good thing, because it means benefits,
good wages,
and it means
and
wages.
Yes.
And then additionally, it's a lot of people coming through the area so hotels, restaurants, all the service industry
ancillary
kind of things. Exactly,
collaboration.
and then even more specifically in the production too. You know, we've got ironworks that we need to use for building sets. We've got, just a wide variety of resources that get used. You know, if it shows up on TV, we either had to find it or make it. And there's Spokane people that help us with every single one of those jobs.
Each and every aspect of that.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, before Zombies, what were you doing?
What was I doing before Zombies? Writing other shows. I mean, I come from television. I had done about a 5-year stint writing and directing a documentary film about the collision of faith and culture in America. So I did a documentary called Lord Save Us from Your Followers. So from the point of view of a person of faith, I had some questions about how crummy people of faith treat other people and how
reasonable questions.
Are we doing what Jesus said, or are we doing what seems to be the American thing to do? And they're different if you get into it. So that was, as you can imagine, I did 180.
Checking out as well.
So that's a thing. And unfortunately, in today's climate, the movie's sadly way more relevant than even when it came out, just after Obama was elected president. So that was a big thing. And I've done other horror, science fiction type projects too. So this was a good fit. The showrunner, Carl Schaefer, who created the show with Craig Engler, he's an old friend of mine, and we've been looking for a project to work together on, so he invited me to his party.
Fun.
Well, you indicated that you were not new to the Pacific Northwest. So.
No, I grew up in the Seattle area, live in Portland. I have a brother who's a Coug and one who's a Husky.
Thanksgiving's interesting.
Oh, it's always good. My oldest son is a graduate of Gonzaga, and my youngest is from Oregon. So I got ducks, I got zags, I got
Northwest.
Well, that's just it. So it's Northwest, and then my grandparents, Oregon State. So so there's Northwest through and through. So I was really familiar with the area and the topography. So that was again part of, and some relationships with the North by guys.
Now going into the 5th season, we want all the secrets. The secrets right now.
All the proprietary information.
You tell us, right?
There's a lot of zombies and a lot of them die, and a few people die.
There's information.
I think this is where we fade to black.
That's what we're. Dan, thank you so much for
it's my pleasure, guys. Thank you so much.
We appreciate the opportunity to be on the set.
Thank you. It's great to have you guys, and we love Spokane.
All right, thank you.
Spokane Talks Live is produced in Spokane, Washington by Spokane Talks Online LLC, which is solely responsible for its content. To recommend a guest or topic, or to see this program again, please visit our website, SpokaneTalksOnline.com. Spokane Talks Live is brought to you by our friends at Homes for You and Breakthrough Incorporated. Join us next Wednesday, noon, for another nourishing conversation on Spokane Talks Live.